So in the meantime, actually wait, I do want to wait till the first one to kick in so we can start the timer. You know what? Start the timer. Start the timer. Start the timer. Okay. We're going to just put that away for now. We'll just hide those. Okay. We're going to just hide that. And now let's take a look at our results here. Okay. So we're going to see what does everybody here want to learn about. Let's see. Let's reveal the results. Hopefully that works. Oh God, it's working. Thank God. Okay, let's see, let's see. Let's see, okay, you should head over to your choice. There we go. Ooh, okay, workflows and automation and vibe coding. Like I said, this is interactive and you guys chose this workflows and automation. So what about workflows and automation would you like to learn? What would you like to automate or create a workflow? What are the pain points of your business? I can tell you for me, I'll give you an example. One pain point for me is I have a couple different companies, a couple different brands, and each one of those has a Facebook page, an Instagram, a LinkedIn. So I have all this content I'm sitting on, but in order for me to post regularly, I gotta spend like an hour uploading the picture, writing a caption, formatting it for Instagram, then I gotta do the same thing on TikTok, and then I gotta do the same thing on Facebook, and then I gotta, it's just takes so much time. So I created my own automation workflow, I mean, which now has become an app, but it started just as, a tool that was working in my terminal. I'm gonna show you how that works. Now I've created an actual interface for it, but this could just live in the terminal, right? I could just say, I could take one of these, guys. Did it fire up? Oh, it fired up. So let's see, it's coding right now. You can see it started, and it's starting to build the LinkedIn clone here. So this is what it looked like originally. I would talk to Claude. I'd say, Claude, I have a folder full of pictures on my computer. I need a way to post these automatically using my own voice, not just some AI garbage, right? So it guided me through how to essentially do that, and then eventually it actually became a product. So here we are. I'll show you really quickly. Because I want you to think about the workflows and automations. Where are the pain points? Is it finding leads? What are the day-to-day menial tasks that take up your time? So anybody have any ideas? Workflows and automation. You all chose that. Someone give me a pain point. What eats up your day? Yes. Exhibitor management. So be specific. Okay. So.
Like getting them to register, getting their booth assigned, making sure they've ordered all their stuff, communicating all the details to them about their load-in and their setup, their badges, who's coming, all of that.
Okay. Did I get logged in? Let's see. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, so you could build that with Claude Code. I mean, you can use other things. I use Claude because that's my preference. But I would literally, let's say, well, okay, hang on. We're gonna try to build you something, see if we can do it. How much timer, what's our timer? You put in your social media, your website, all kinds of additional information, so it actually knows you. So I'll just show you really quickly. This is my training data, so I just put in all this information. In your case, you could tell it, you know, these are the things I needed to do. These are the steps I needed to provide. I wanted to email, you know, specific details at specific times, create forms, do whatever you need to do. But this is literally all built just with the English language telling the AI agent what to do. So here I have different training that I can give to my agent, my brand voice, who I am, all these things about me. I can do, you know, has specific agents for LinkedIn, has specific agents for Instagram. Okay, good. I got a picture here. And now I just want to create a post for Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook. I want to create 2 versions of each. And then I'm going to use special instructions. These are very important. This gives the AI some context about the angle of the post I want to do. Lesson, I'm going to use one of the pre-made ones. Lesson, use this to share the lesson behind my biggest failure. Sure, why not? And then I'm going to hit generate, and then the agents go to work. They start analyzing the image. So there's a vision agent which looks at the picture and says, how does this relate to the person's business context, right? How does this relate to Fusion Events or one of the brands that I'm involved in? And then it comes up with some different angles and it passes it over to the copy agent, which writes posts based on my style, and then it passes it to the specific social platforms agents, which format it for Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, etc. So it's just doing its thing right now. It takes about 60 seconds, and so I was able to vibe code this essentially, and it is a workflow. It is an automation. I just slapped a UI onto it, right? I slapped you call it GUI, a user interface, right? But it could work just as well in the terminal, right? Using this. You don't need to create a website. You can just literally tell it what you want to do, and next time you open your computer, you say, hey, Claude, do that thing we built where you scrape 1,000 leads for me, right? And it will do it. So I highly, highly recommend that everyone try this. I have 3 free Claude Code passes that I'm happy to share with anybody in this room because you attended my session. So come see me after, and I will share a free Claude Code plan with you. So that's on me. There are APIs that would allow me to post to various, all the platforms. Just copy paste, boom, boom, boom. It's the creation that takes up so much time. But that is coming. And then once you are able to do a simple automation, and you can create something, I do something very simple, like just start with a website, right? How many of you updated your website in the last year? Okay, so there's a bunch who haven't. That's where I started. That's my Claude Code journey started on my website. It was a WordPress website, and I wasn't even using the terminal. I was just using the Claude web interface. And I don't know if anybody here uses, I think Wix and Squarespace, they all have this similar thing where you create blocks for your website, and there's a code option. There's a code. You can click code and paste some code in there. So what you do is you just go to Claude and say, give me code for this, what I'm looking for. You use your imagination and say what you want it to look for. It will create the code. You take that code and you copy and paste it into that little code block on Squarespace or WordPress, wherever you use, and you're gonna see it looks sick. LinkedIn, for example, if you notice, if you ever see that little CR in the top when it's an AI-generated image, if you don't look, because you'll see it finds the metadata from the photo and it displays a little credit that this image is generated by AI. My system strips that out, so it doesn't show that. We just take the metadata right out. But some platforms require you to, like Instagram now, technically you're supposed to say if it's AI generated or not. I don't care if it's AI generated. If it looks good and it works and it tells the story, great, right? So anyway, this is a website like I built fully. This is for Devin Pasha. I mean, this is fully vibe coded essentially, right? All the animations, obviously you have to have some pictures and be able to do that, but nice and clean. I built it super fast. So that's one thing you could do that I would recommend. So now I've got all my different posts here written in my voice. I can save them to my library. I can go to my library and I can, edit these images with Nano Banana. So now I'm incorporating AI models into my workflows, right? And I'll show you how to do that. A really simple way to play with AI models, because this is where the magic sauce is that, if you have a problem, or you need a solution for something, there may be an AI model that can do that for you. Like say you have a tremendous amount of data or words and you want to compress that, and ChatGPT has context limits, right? You can't just feed it 500 pages of a PDF and it will not read that whole thing. But there are models that will. and they're called vision models. And there's a lot of them. There are a bunch of them from different platforms. ByteDance has one, Meta has one, Google has one. There's options. There's lots of options you can play with. So what you can do to get it, so step one, try out Claude Code, okay? See if you can build something. Because I think that the future of event tech, not just event tech, but specific siloed, vertical businesses, the future of the technology in each industry is going to come from the people in the trenches. The people, people who create event tech are business and technology people. We are the people on the ground. We know the problems that we need to solve for ourselves, right? And not bloating it with all kinds of things that we don't need, right? And that's why everyone has this event management, system problem, that there is no all-in-one event management. Because I have to go to this platform to get this, and then I go to this platform to get that. What if I could just build my own platform and take all the elements, that I want and put it into my own customized solution? So, and just like me, you might do that and realize, oh shit, other people could benefit from this too, right? Let's release this to the world. So how's our timing doing?
16:24.
16:24, okay. We're still going here? All right, good. So, okay, good, it's building. This is the issue with no slides. Oh yes, I want to do this, okay. So there is a website called Replicate, okay? I'm going to take you there. Let's try some AI models. Now, the really cool thing about Replicate is that it's essentially a database of AI models, all the best top AI models that you can play with, essentially. It's a playground for playing with AI models. Oh, I'm gonna have to sign in. Oh, you know why? It's because I'm in an incognito browser, that's why. All right. Okay, so you can literally go to replicate.com, go to explore all models. Now, don't worry about the credits. You can add $10 in there. I think $10 is the minimum. You add $10 in AI credits, and then go to town and try out some of these models. Or, ask ChatGPT if there's an AI model that can do what you need it to do, right? So there's obviously a bunch of image generation models, but like Gemini Flash, you have the power of incorporating Google Gemini into your own application, where it can do research, it can take actions, right? You can do, this is text to speech, right? So you can create videos that speak using text, right? ChatGPT is up there. You can do all kinds of image generation, and then you can also incorporate the different AI models. And all you really need to do that is you need what's called an API key, okay? So you give Claude your API key, and Claude can access any of the models on Replicate, which is pretty cool. So like, for example, the content sidekick thing I showed you uses multiple models. It uses Claude to do the writing. Actually, I've switched over to Claude for a lot of them, but I tried Meta, I tried ChatGPT, but at the end, Claude did the best output. So you can take any of these. Let's try something with Nano Banana. Oh, this is just a how to prompt. Okay, run Nano Banana. Has anyone tried Nano Banana? Okay, this is, once you try it, you will cancel your Canva subscription, okay? Because you really don't need it anymore. And I'm gonna show you how. A little picture of myself here, that's that, okay? It's one of my other products. So now I'm gonna give that a prompt to change that. Throw out some ideas. What should we change this image? Blue uniform. Okay, what else? Sweatpants? Sweatpants, blue uniform, anything else? Beard. Sweatpants, blue uniform, beard. Okay, let's go with that. Sweatpants, blue. Okay, I'm just gonna say, change the subject's uniform to blue with sweatpants add a beard to the subject. Okay, I'm gonna keep it really simple. You can get more advanced and give it more details. Add a beard to the subject. Okay, so now here, down on the left, you'll see each model has various options. And there's all kinds of models on here that can do that. I can then take this image that we're about to create and go to Google VO3 or Sora and turn it into a video, a marketing video with text and voiceover and captions and whatever I want. We are a creative type of people, right? I think in taking the power of this AI in the hands of event planners is like deadly. And we already see it with some people like Anka and other people who are early adopters, but it's extremely powerful. Okay, so here you go. So it just did that. It only changed what we asked it to change, right? And we could take that even further. Okay, I'm just gonna go crazy here. Anybody else have any other crazy ideas to change this? I'm too creative. Okay. Transform the character or the subject into a clown. All right. We'll try that. But I could literally take and I've done this, a room drawing of an empty ballroom and say, let's say it's a deck, a proposal you're doing, it's at the Fairmont Royal York. You just literally go to the website, you take the blank picture, and you tell it how you want to style it, right? Let's just try that. Let's go, what's a good hotel around here in Edmonton or Calgary?
Let's say Fairmont.
Fairmont?
Could you do something like take a picture of the room and then draw a picture of the stage?
Yeah. Okay, so Fairmont Hotel, Edmonton, right? Edmonton, we're not in Calgary. Edmonton. We're just gonna do an image search. Featuring all black and gold decor. High-end AV equipment like truss. And add a stage with an LED wall. Okay? Let's run it. So because you can use multiple reference images, you could change the angle of it, right? I might get one angle here, and then I'm going to take that generation, I'll upload it as my reference image and say, now show it to me from the other side of the room, right? So many ways you can use, I know I kind of went into the image generation, but it all sort of ties into what you guys were asking about with the automations and workflows is that, so there you go. Obviously the better the, okay, so I could have said I should have said keep the walls the way they are. You can be very specific about it, right? You don't like it. And that's the other thing about AI and AI generation is that people give up way too soon, right? You try once, like, oh, I did GPT, and first of all, if you tried it 3 months ago or 3 weeks ago, it's better already, right? First thing. Second thing is it's AI. It's not going to be perfect every time. You have to iterate. You have to keep trying. You have to don't give up on it, right? You will get the results or very close to the results that you hope for. Okay, so now let's go back to our poll here and see if there's anything we didn't cover. Let's see what our results said. We did the workflows. We did a little bit of vibe coding. We did a little bit of image and video generation. Oh, let's check our
2 minutes.
2 minutes left? Okay, good. So in the meantime, let's go to another poll question here. So grab your phones. If you lost connection, you can always just scan the QR code again. And the question is, how do you classify your AI knowledge? Wait, wasn't that the first question? But every time you upload your file, it keeps the older version. So if you screw up, you can always go back to an older version, or you can create 2 alternate or 3 or 10 alternate versions if you want. So it's version control, essentially. That's where your code lives. And also, if your computer crashes or something, you have your code in GitHub. And then the other thing is Netlify, which is your host, right? Like your website, you have to host your website somewhere. So people use GoDaddy and things like that. So Netlify, it can host websites, but it can also host applications. And you can even connect Netlify to GitHub. So anytime you upload your code to GitHub, it will automatically deploy it to the web. So it's quite simple. Again, I don't want to get too technical and too detailed. The LLMs can guide you through this. And if there is enough will to do it, you will figure it out. But it does require some patience and some persistence. It's not going to, it's not some magic solution that you're just going to prompt it once and it's going to work. No, you're going to prompt it once. It's going to give you something that you're going to go like, holy shit, that's cool. You're going to go the second time, you're going to go, oh, that's not what I wanted. And then the third time, it's still not going to do what you want. And the fourth time, but by the fifth time, if you stick at it, you will get what you're looking for. It'll publish to the website. It includes the database. So this is actually a really good place to start if you're interested in vibe coding, is using a no-code platform like Bolt or Replit, or Lovable. These are all really big, solid platforms with huge investment that work really, really well. And they lack some of the complexity of doing it like this in the terminal. But you will eventually hit a wall where you go, I want to do more. But that's okay. You can always move on to Claude Code. But I really recommend Bolt. That's where I started on, bolt.new. It's a nice, super clean, and let's pull it up. Bolt.new. And again, they have packages starting at like 20 bucks, right? The thing you have to keep in mind is AI costs money, right? So if you are going to try to use ChatGPT 3.5 free version to do anything, you're good luck, right? You have to invest into the tools a little bit. And so, a $20 plan, don't expect that in a week you're going to have a full, amazing product, because at $20 a month, you only get so many credits to use, right? So you may have to patiently build that out, or you can get a bigger plan and you can code all day, all night, and you'll be fine. So that's really it. It's a chat interface like ChatGPT. You say, create me a website that does X, Y, Z, and it does it right in front of your face. And you can see the code being written on one side, and you can see the website being built on the other, right? And then it has built-in Supabase, Netlify, GitHub is all built in there. It's all connected, so it's very, very turnkey. It's a great, great place to start on your AI journey. Okay, so now let's see how we doing on our code here. So it's going, okay. So actually what we can try is, I forgot to show this slide. Everyone look at the slide. Got it, boom. Okay. While we were talking, it built this, okay? This is my project management tool. It's filled it with sample data. Is anybody impressed? So this is basically you enter your API key for this product called serper.dev, and you can find leads on Google with it. You can tell it what you want to search for, and it'll find them and create a spreadsheet with all their email addresses, their social media profiles, whatever you need. We got 2 out of 4 so far. What I'm curious about is the LinkedIn clone. Let's see. And I'm going to go. Yes. Yep. Yeah, well, I created a script with, I just told Claude Code, I'm doing a demo at Go West, and I want to show everybody what you can do with Claude Code in 30 minutes. So I want to build 4 separate apps, and I just want to hit enter, and then just let it go, and then show it 30 minutes later. And that's what it did. Let's see. Oh, here we go, LinkedIn. Okay, so we created LinkedIn literally, right? Using stock photos. Like, guys, this happened while we were just talking. Is anyone else's mind just completely blown? Because mine is. right? Messages. No, I don't think notifications are working. Let's see. Profile. Exactly. Now, I mean, I would need to have a database set up where the messages actually get stored.
But if you didn't understand how to do that, could you ask Claude Code?
You can 100% ask Claude Code. He's very, very helpful, right? Yeah, you can do that. That's exactly what the agentic AI can do for you, right? It can guide you, it can create for you, and yeah. So I think we got all of it. I think we got this one, and we got the LinkedIn, and this one didn't work. Okay, let's think of some other use cases for agentic AI. And I created a scraper lead automation system that there's no interface or anything. It's just I just do it in Claude. I say, hey Claude, launch my lead scraper. I'm looking for event planners in Edmonton who specialize in not-for-profit events. Go, and it'll do that, and it'll bring me back the results. So, any questions? Any thoughts? Let's vibe on this. How are we doing for time here? Got 15 minutes. So, should we build anything else? Should we try anything else? Got to use your imagination, folks. Yes?
So I'm having a problem because I run a hotel where our bookings don't automatically go into our system. So I have to manually type in everything about the person and their booking and their room type and do the rate calculation, all of that by hand for every booking. So it's a lot. I've developed a sheet for that, but I'm wondering if I can take, after I get the sheet and all the info, if I can have that integrated into our system.
Yes and no. I mean, because you work for a hotel, I don't know what kind of hotel, there's a lot of security concerns when it comes to people's data, right? So that's something you would have to really talk to your higher-ups about, depending on what the data is. Sorry, I'm just trying to get out of this blinding light. But yeah, that is technically something. So the data lives on a platform, and then you want to extract that and put it to where exactly?
Yeah, so I work for state residents, so we deal with a lot of students.
Yeah.
So I don't use the hotel platforms that everyone else does.
Okay.
So when they book through our website, booking.com, Expedia, all that stuff, that goes through a platform called SiteMinder for us.
Okay.
And then I can download all of the information for the reservations there in a CSV file.
Yep.
And then I have to take that, put it on my own Excel sheet that I've made to turn that into readable data, and now I'm just copying and pasting that into our system. So I'm wondering if something could just read that Excel sheet.
The other thing is that's really, really handy is that, so Claude doesn't just have this terminal interface. It has an amazing, let me show you, has an amazing browser extension, guys. This is like so next level, where basically it can control your browser. So let's take a look here. Hang on. Okay, so browser extension. You launch this. This is dangerous though, so be careful. Keep an eye on it, because it can do things on your browser. Okay. Oh, Cowork came up for Windows now. Okay, great. Okay, so basically this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to, let me think. Find the top 10 event planning companies by review in, I'm not going to call anyone out in Edmonton, so let's go Toronto. Let's go Toronto. Find the top 10 event planning companies by reviews in Toronto and provide an Excel sheet with all their contact info. All right, so I'll just go grab a coffee, play with my dog or my cats, and let Claude do the work, right? This is the power of agentic AI, guys, right? It's going to do the work. Look, it's already doing it. It controls my browser, and it can open up its own tabs. It can open up its own tabs and do research on multiple tabs. See, it's doing it right now. And it can create PDFs.
Arthur, just a quick note there. See, where it says at the bottom, ask before acting, that's important to have in place.
Yes, good. Thank you, Anka. Yes. Claude has various security permissions. So in the Claude code, which I showed you, you can have it, it's called skip permissions dangerously, which means it will not ask you, would you like me to do this? It'll just do it. So in the Claude browser extension has a similar thing where you can just go act without asking, okay? If it's not touching your data or your email or whatever, and it's just a simple search or getting some information research, I usually go without asking permissions. If it's touching my email or any sensitive data that could be leaked or whatever, then I do, a more restrictive kind of permission. But the other thing Claude can do, Claude Code, Claude Web, Claude Desktop, all of them analyze data, visualize data, right? Create dashboards, interactive dashboards. I mean, I've made so many dashboards where, let's say Sebastian was talking about pricing, right? In the other room, I don't know if anybody else went to go to there. But let's say a dashboard to figure out your cost for every single event, right? And not only that, but have sliders on your dashboard, because every event is different, that you can estimate costs based on types of events. So let's say I want to be able to see what my costs are for smaller events or private events versus public events, right? Or nonprofit versus corporate. So that in that one dashboard, you can just toggle something on and you get a whole new visualization. And it's happening on a local host in the browser. You can see everything, you can move it around, it's all interactive, and it's really, really cool. So see, it's taking screenshots. Oh, there's Fusion Events, that's me. So there's that, okay? So it's doing that. Now, if I wanted to, someone asked about SEO and AEO, right? How do you rank in the search engines and in the actual chat bots, right? So that you can do with AI. So how you rank on the LLM. So if someone goes, find me a balloon company in Edmonton, and you're number one, maybe your competition isn't very good and they don't have a lot of details, but if you want to do that by design, you add something called an llm.txt to your website. And that's basically a specific file for your website that tells the chatbots, hey, look at me. I've got the content you're looking for. I'm the website you should suggest. So that is important. Okay, so it's checking the reviews, because I asked it to check reviews. So it's doing that. You can ask AI to do research on your competitors, right? Look at the top 10 results on Google for my competitors, and do a deep analysis on their SEO strategy. Provide me a comprehensive summary of their SEO strategy. Then give me a strategy that's going to beat their strategy. And tell me how, step by step, how to implement it, right? It's literally that easy. Listen, you have to also take things with AI with a grain of salt, and you can't trust it too much. You have to push back sometimes. If something doesn't sound right or doesn't look right, push back. Say, hey, wait a minute. Something doesn't quite add up here, and then it'll be like, oh yeah, you're right. I forgot to do X, Y, Z. So just don't believe everything it says, okay? Push back and do your own research. That's where the human element comes in. We got 5 minutes left. So I know that was kind of all over the place, but it was really meant to be interactive, and I really wanted it to be something that inspires you to go after this session when you get back to the hotel to download Claude, or if you already have one, you don't need Claude. You can, ChatGPT has a lot of features. It can access your email. It can interact with documents. But instead of thinking of AI as just a chatbot to ask questions to, think of AI as a solution to the bottlenecks in your business, right? What are the things that eat up the most amount of time that make us the least amount of money, right? Like doing research, writing decks, putting together images, Canva. I mean, God, I used to spend an hour just to make a LinkedIn banner on Canva to get it perfectly right. And now I spend 30 seconds on Nano Banana and it like nails it most of the time. So anywhere you can save time, that you can let AI do the automation for you, do it. With Claude Code, I can have 6, 7, 8 windows, 8 terminals open doing completely different tasks, right? And yeah, so that's really, really, for me, has been an absolute game changer in my life, in my business. In one way, I've freed up a lot of time, and then in another way, now I have so many other ideas that I'm just like, I'm using that time to build more things. But it's really game changing.